if you are not making, or if you feel you are not making enough money, or you're not making as much as you want as a creative, this is that video you've been looking for. I believe that by the end of this video, you're going to be learning a whole lot of things, what it means to perceive value. When a client talks about value, or what it means to increase value, because everything you are being paid for is based on the value or the quality of value, or how the other person perceives the value you are receiving. So by the end of the day, you're going to learn how to increase your value and how to serve clients in a certain way that they find it very, very easy to even refer you to as many people as possible because of the kind of value you bring. All right, so if you stay to the end of this, I'm going to be sharing the final tip I've never shared anywhere. All right, so welcome back to the channel again. I am Dr. Paul. This is where I share everything, not branding, but business, and I also share my thoughts. So today we're going to be looking at how to make more money as a creative, how to generate more value, right? So what value is what people will rather pay for, rather give away for their money. So if I have a phone, right, and I need money, right, I can only exchange my phone for money, right? Instead of going to steal the money, I have to generate something that is of value that I'm going to use to collect another person's money. Do you understand? So if you're a creative, you're a designer, you're a videographer, you're a developer, and all of that, what people perceive as value is what they don't have, what they can't give themselves. All right, but they are willing to pay you for you to give it to them. So also, first thing you must also learn how to do is how to pay for value, right? Some of you do use a lot of free things, I understand, but when it's time to pay, it makes a bit more difference. So before you start giving value, you also need to understand how to pay for value. So how do you make more money, right? Or diversify, as the case may be, right? So within the area, I'm going to use a photographer for an instance, right? Within the area of photography, you have to first of all determine the niches or the areas you think your clients will be needing you. So first of all, you started with wedding photography, or you started with portrait photography, and then you want to diversify. You want to, find other ways to get more streams to yourself. There are a lot of ways to do that, and not like it's going to be easy, but you actually desire to make money, so you have to stretch yourself to offer more value. So there's no other way you can do it. Overcharging yourself cannot help you. All right. So what you do is to make a list of the kind of clients you would like to serve, or you are currently serving, and ask them questions. Ask them questions, open-ended questions about your work, what they think you can improve on, and then pay attention to their tone and pay attention to the things they say. So, for example, the client is telling you, all right, I like your portrait. I also think that if you can, work on something like family portrait and all of that, that adds to one of the services you offer. Then you can start discussing, okay, where do you work? How do you do it in the office? All right, you've just added one extra, which is corporate photography, or something of that nature. Then along the line, you can decide to start creating other forms of value, the things they can buy, the things they can automate, the things they don't think of, right? Because what matters here, you're trying to make your services or make your package or your offer look bigger than their money. So you might want to serve a particular kind of client, but you're a photographer, right? You might decide to book ride, your clients have to come with a ride. You have to really arrange a makeup artist for them. You have to really get the venue set for them. You have to make some arrangements, make a list of offers where some of these things or all these things are listed, and then put a price to it. When a client sees how easy it is for them to navigate or get your services, done, or subscribe to your services, it becomes easier for them to actually pay you. Now, sometimes, let me tell you, people are not broke, just that they haven't seen a reason to pay as much as you are asking them to. All right. So you diversify on that level, right? You start diversifying there. After a while, you might choose to start selling selling either consultation, right? Where you advise them and teach them how your services work for free as much as possible, as much people as possible, and how your services can actually help them improve their lives, improve their work routine or something for free. Or you start selling to other photographers, right? Or start teaching them how you do what you're doing, or start selling gadgets. All right, you actually now diversifying within the area of your expertise. So you don't have to start looking for one Bitcoin or one MMM to put yourself in a tight corner. At least you know that your investment is actually going to earn return while you are doing this over time. When you now have big money, you can start looking for where you start putting your money. It might disappear, but that's up to you. All right, so now as a creative, like I said, your first source of income is your mind, is your brain. All right, so you have to invest so much in your brain first. You have to pay for so much value in your brain that becomes so valuable that on its own it can think of value, on its own it can think of how to generate value, how to generate money for you. Competence first. Forget about the flashy things. Forget about the gadgets, the fancy gadgets, things that look shiny on that. Get your mind ready, get your mind right. Fix your mind on things that are going to make you think clearer, things that are going to make you connect with bigger people, that are going to open doors or give you opportunities. And when you get at that point, you now learn how to create offers. What are offers? I've mentioned it in the first part of this video. You bring a product and I have money. So I have to make you desire this product because you're already desiring that product. But I have to make you persuade you to buy that product from me, and then you give me your money. Now, staying on one client might drain you, especially those clients that have have very ridiculous deadlines, tight budgets, and then at the same time with so much bogus visions that they are not heading anywhere. They're always making promises. Might not also help you. So you have to develop such very, very powerful intelligence to navigate your way through all that, because that is how business works. You are not serving everybody. If you serve everybody, you might definitely die or collapse one day. So your goal is to work on yourself so much so that you are irresistible. I always say, do not pursue money. Learn how to become the money, and every other thing you want to be added onto you. The real value is in your mind, and once you get it done, you're going to get it right. So figure out all these things and let me know what you think in the comments. If this helped you, don't forget to share to someone, and see you in the next one.